Happy Wednesday. We are horned up. We're live. We're talking Vikings, brought to you by Top the Tater, Midwestern's legendary dip. It is legendary. Just like everybody
It is
here.
legendary.
Harms, Boswell, Chris O. What is going on? Welcome to the One Barn Lupica Show.
Yes, we love Top the Tater. You can dip anything in there and it'll taste delicious. Yeah, huge week for the NFL draft this week. East-West Shrine Bowl, and we also got the Senior Bowl on Saturday. All kinds of reports coming in about these prospects. You go on Twitter, there's just highlight videos everywhere. It's fantastic. It's getting me horned up for the draft.
Yeah, seeing these names, this is the time of year where we get excited about practice reports. Nobody gives a shit. Their draft stock's pretty much already solidified, but you know what? We get to read stuff about the draft and pretend that it's really moving the needle much, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
It's weird. I actually think I'm curious to go back and look, but I feel like some of the earlier mocks tend to be the ones that are most accurate. Like these steam builds with these prospects, and they start shooting up these boards, and it just usually ends up just going back like how it originally was going to be for the most part. So again, you got to factor it all in. You got to factor in their college career, their workout number, everything. Don't just put too much stock on one little thing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people already say draft boards are pretty much set. It comes down to interviews and medicals. That's the final thing. Interviews and medicals. And yeah, maybe someone lights it up at the combine or something like that. But everybody, it's pretty set. Manamidai. What's up, my man? Oh, Bolster.
I just saw that.
Bear. What?
It's been forever.
Gare Bear, what is shaking, man?
God, he must have had a lot of family reunions last month and seen Gary around here in a long time. Yeah, so definitely going to tune into the East-West Shrine on tomorrow night and then the Senior Bowl on Saturday. Very excited.
Mount up. It was a cold. Yes. Yeah, what time? East-West, is it at 7 tomorrow? I feel like
it's 7 o'clock tomorrow.
Time, is it? All right. Mason M, what's going on? Sal, what is
Sal's in the
happening?
house. Yeah, it's competing with the skills competition with the Pro Bowl.
I would rather watch Gary take a bath for about an hour and a half than watch any sort of
there's
competition.
Actually, there's not much. I would rather watch instead of Gary taking a bath.
That's fair. You know what? I could go a lot of different ways. Shawshank Redemption, then Gary taking a bath.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it, Gary. Sorry, the boys got you.
Which one's going to be more rewatchable? Probably Shawshank.
Sal just says her Gary.
Her Gary. I don't think so.
Sal, it's her Gary.
I'll fight her. I'll fight her for him. I'm not scared.
All right, yeah. Let's. We're gonna talk some Vikings. We got a little who'd you do. We got. Some, I believe we're doing trivia. We're talking draft. Some Vikings.
We're gonna do a mock draft right here live.
We are doing a 7-round Vikings mock. No trades. No trades.
We're gonna keep it simple on this one.
Sal's playing. She's trying not to show her cards. We know what she meant.
Yeah, we know exactly what
hit that like as you guys come in. We're just saying F it. Let's just get it to 14,000 subs. We're cruising along. Off-season talk always is wonderful. Patrick Farms just says mocks are fun. That should be a shirt. Mocks are fun.
Yeah. How many have you done so far? I gotta be pushing over 50 by now.
Well, here's the thing. I can sit and do mocks all day, but I feel like I'm cheating the system with not knowing. I'm still getting to know the players. So I'm getting to know the names, the rounds, where they should be going. Right now, it's just oh, that's a cool name and a position. I'm just going to take them, and I feel dirty. I got to know and why I want them.
There's that. There's also, from simulator to simulator, some of these rankings are just completely different. So, yeah, I mean, you've seen guys available in round 6 that go in round 2 in other simulators. You're like, what the hell? But, yeah, that's when I feel dirty. When I get a guy I know it's going to go higher late.
I want to make a shirt that says mocks are fun. The One Barn Lupica.
Let's do it. We'll sell it. Sal, is that true? First time you saw Shawshank, you were in jail?
Jesus.
First time I saw Gary take a bath, I was in jail.
I want to know. I'd like confirmation on the story and why she was there. Very personal question. Mock you like a hurricane. See, now everybody, you know what? I think everybody wants a new slogan on the shirt, but I think mocks are fun. Is it?
It's simple. It's clean. It's easy.
Mocks are fun. Period.
Who's going to fight it? All right. Should we jump into this or what? We got 69 launching. Not bad.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's jump into some Vikings news. Jeremy Fowler has been dropping all kinds of Viking stuff today. One of his first nuggets he let loose was the Vikings said and Cam Bynum are open to contract extension that would keep him off the market in free agency. So Vikings and Cam Bynum are both open to a contract extension.
I missed the first part rudely. I was trying to look at comments. Did you say there? What was the first part? I got the second part.
The Vikings and Cam Bynum are open to contract extension that would keep him off the market in free agency per Jeremy Fowler.
Yeah, Vikings are open to it if it's not what Cam Bynum wants.
Well, I think this means they're going to give him an offer before free agency starts, and Cam will be maybe in his boat. But it sounds like he's, they're both open to it, which is something. Personally, I can go either way. If he comes back, great. I'll support him. I'll be excited. If he goes, I'm fine moving on and trying somebody else. I'm not going to be upset if he goes somewhere else.
I mean, this is 101 off season. Every team that has a pretty big name player, they're not going to say, yeah, we're moving on from him. They're always going to say the right things. They're always going to put the right things out there. Like, hey, so that way when he goes and gets paid, they don't look like they just moved on from him if he goes out and rips it up. I think they're done with him. I think they're saying the right things. I don't think he's coming back.
No, it's to come from Jeremy Fowler. I think when there's these joint news, when it's from both sides, it tends to, lead more to an extension actually happening. So we'll see what happens again. I'm completely neutral on this. I just don't believe a single thing I hear right now. I mean, Cam Bynum doing the whole view. I mean, everything just points. That was telling. That was crazy. All right. So again, more Jeremy Fowler news regarding Cam Robinson. He said return to Minnesota isn't totally off the table.
Wow. For that one, I'm just
gonna believe that one though.
Well, no, I've said goodbye to Cam Robinson in my head because he's going to want tackle money. He's not going to want guard money.
And that's maybe why it's not off the table. He can, maybe they'll let him go, try to get that tackle money. If he doesn't get what he wants, maybe he comes back as a guard then. And maybe that's why it's not off the table.
Well, and maybe the Vikings are willing to pay him more knowing Darrisaw is coming off the injury. And when Darrisaw comes back, they'll bump his ass inside. Maybe it'll just be a short contract. I mean, I would like that. I mean, if Darrisaw ain't ready, I'm all for Cam Robinson coming back, but we can't sign him to a 3-year contract.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the fact he comes in as if they're going to plan to move him inside and then you let him play left tackle to Darrisaw comes back. That does make sense. I like that. I'm not as excited about him as a guard as a lot of other people are. We'll see.
He was born to be a guard. Born to be a guard. He should have been a guard in Jacksonville.
What is he? Yeah,
Davey wants Travis Hunter. All right, fine. We'll take him.
He wants to trade up and get let's do it. We'll all right, so we got some more news here. Fowler also reporting that execs around the league have Sam Darnold's contract range around 3 years for $100 million with strong guarantees. He also lists the Raiders and Giants as options for Sam Darnold.
Yeah, sound about the same. That sounds about right. The numbers, the teams. I don't know if Pete Carroll, now that he's there, you think a lot of Russell Wilson chatter. He's just going to bring Russ there. I don't care where Sam Darnold goes. I wish him the best. I hope he gets paid a shit ton. I hope he gets the Scrooge McDuck in the beginning of DuckTales jumping in the thing of coins.
I mean, that would hurt. You can't swim in coins.
Most unrealistic scene. First off, you're just going to bounce off the coins and it's going to fucking reek in there. Bunch of pennies. Can you imagine that? It smells like, I was going to go somewhere else. I'm glad. It yuck.
Yeah, and
you got a ton of money, man. Put that shit in the bank.
Why do you have coins? Get cash.
Who are the bad guys in
it was that gang, like the gang of thieves. They wore the mask.
They could easily get in there and take his coins.
Yeah, the Nintendo game was great. The DuckTales Nintendo game was also fantastic. Great cartoon too. It's bouncing around that pogo stick.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I had friends.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
All right. According to Matthew Kohler, he says KLC's contract extension is reported to be 5 years. 5 years for KLC. That's half a decade. That would take us into 2030. KLC is our coach, if that's true.
Good chance both you and I would both be dead before the contract is up, which is sad, but also exciting that we have.
We smell like Scrooge's money?
Oh, no. We'll smell like alcohol badly. 5 years. I mean, coach contract, the years don't matter. They get fired all the time. 1 year into it, 2 years into it, they get extended halfway through it. Like, as long as it's more than a couple years, so we don't have to hear about this for a while.
Yeah, and then I see Derek Allen mentioning still no Kwesi. The rumor was that once the length of KLCs is going to be announced, and Kwesi's will have a similar length. We'll see. I don't know. I would be. I know. Frankly, I said it. I knew that's where it was going to go.
Ding dong.
I'd be shocked if they gave Kwesi a 5 year as well. I'd give him more like a 3 year.
It doesn't matter. I mean, they might as well give him a 5 year so they can say, hey, whatever. It all comes down to the crossing the eyes and whatever the get it. I mean, they can fire him too in a year. He could be gone.
Yeah, I just want him to hit some drafts, hit on some draft picks.
Well, he's gonna have to hit this one. If he doesn't hit this one, I don't care if they give him a 50-year contract. He's gonna have some answering to do.
All right. Speaking of contracts, Byron Murphy's contract projection is $17.33 million a year, which would make him the 13th highest paid corner. Would you pay that?
I would, but I will say this: a lot of the comments when I put that on the community post, not many people want him back, even for that, like even for a lesser amount. I was very surprised how many people are just ready to just say, you know what, he's not worth it, move on. I don't get that at all.
Davey doesn't want him. I thought he had a great season. 6 interceptions.
Well, even take the interceptions away, the dude was everywhere. Yeah, I mean. The interceptions were a bonus, but like if you're gonna say no, Davey, I would love to know your backup plan at cornerback because we don't have one. We have Mekhi Blackman then, and that is it. So I mean, that's the only thing like that bugs me. If it's just no, then we got to go first round corner. Then it's gonna be people bitching that we didn't get a D tackle or a guard. It's like it's just never ending. So which one are you gonna do?
Beagle Boys were the bad guys, according to Fork and Skull.
It was the Beagle Boys. I remember that. Beagle Boys.
Yeah. Was there like a mama too, or am I thinking of the Goonies?
I think you're thinking of the Goonies. She was beautiful. She was beautiful.
I think there was actually a mama.
Mama, I'm coming home. Zero shit at getting Hunter. Zero shit at getting Hunter.
Yeah, zero shit. Can't say I did that today.
Yeah, you shit more than anybody I know.
But I do it. But I do it regularly.
Free agency. We're gonna be live that Monday. Tampering opens and Wednesday when shit goes down. Like we might be live for 6 hours. I might be shit faced by the end of it. I can't wait. We're gonna be live the whole time as those come in.
To make you a Bloody Mary. You enjoy that?
Nope, I won't like that. I like beer though.
They smell like pennies.
No,
and taste like them as well. Grant Udinski, the popular Viking assistant coach and I think passing game coordinator, was passed over by the Seahawks, who opted to go with former Viking Clint Kubiak instead. The only concern now that Grant leaves us is with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It sounds like it's Grant. Nobody wants ski me.
Grant Interview Ski. They should change the name to that.
Hey, this is just the tip of the iceberg, man. He's going to be a hot name. He's going to get hired. The fact that he got this many interviews, he's just making the rounds. He's making the rounds. He's going to get hired. Maybe he'll be the Vikings OC. Maybe they'll just too tough to pass on. I am surprised for how much like interest there was. I was just starting to think he was going to get hired. I was kind of hoping for it.
I did too. Maybe it's a bad interview. Hasn't figured it out how to answer those questions.
Clint Kubiak, he got to get hired over Clint Kubiak.
I thought he was horrible. I think he actually, when he left us, he started doing better. I don't know. I think he got like a better. Not what's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. Or about him.
Maz Daddy's cornerback or interior offensive line must be drafted early in draft. Well, we're doing a 7-round mock, so stick around.
We'll see what happens. We got 2 on the wheel for trivia later. Remember, you get on the wheel for the spin. Yourself one bar and left like a swag. We got one more news item before we move on to the mailbag. Stephon Gilmore, remember him? Stephon Gilmore, Gilly, we call him.
Think about him all the time.
He said he'll consider retirement this offseason for the first time in his career. He said his body is feeling it more than normal. Feeling it.
Sometimes I wake up, my body's feeling it. Dogs are barking. His body should be feeling it. He's old. That's what old people do. Their body hurts. He had an okay season. It was fine for how old he is. Played good.
Yeah, I mean, he had some bad games. He had some great moments as well. So I was happy with the Gilmore signing, what he was able to do in the field for us. And if he needs to retire, you know what? I'm glad his last year was with the Vikings.
Retire or not, he's not going to be in purple.
No, he's not coming back.
You know what? I wish him well. I wish him very well.
I think we all do. All right. So we got
T-Bass just in constant 24/7 pain.
I feel like when I hit like age 37, like that's when the shit started hurting. Like, and that's when my metabolism went away. It's been a lot harder to recover after age
Sounds like you're
37.
just lazy. Maybe you need to do some
No,
stretches. You need
no,
to
I do a
stretch
lot of
more
stretching,
and not
constantly
eat
working out.
don't eat so much top tater. Eat a lot of top tater, but not so much.
Moderation, I guess, is best. All right, let's get into our mailbag.
You've got mail.
God, never gets old. That never gets old. All right, first one. It's this. It's usually the same guys who leave the questions, and we love it. Musty Insane 166 says this: do you guys think we'll make the playoffs again, or have 7-8 wins as the cycle usually goes?
Remember yesterday. After this year, there's no predictions wrong. So like, yeah, I think we'll make the playoffs for the rest of our lives, and I think we'll probably win a shit ton of Super Bowls in the next 10 years with JJ McCarthy and Kevin O'Connell.
I think we'll definitely be in the mix. I could see us losing a few more games, maybe getting like a 10-11 win season, but I think we're to compete. There's no reason KLC can't make JJ McCarthy look like Sam Darnold did this year. So I have full confidence we're going to be very competitive again. The North's going to be tough. Our schedule is tough, but you know what? So is this damn Vikings team.
Yeah, best team I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one. We got Knack Dog here, and he didn't really have a question. This is more of just, I think, how he's going to fix the Vikings. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Right,
I haven't looked at any mailbag questions, so these are all just butt ass naked.
All right. We retain Murphy and Beasley and Akers to multiple-year contracts. Jones and Hitman on 1 year's.
Jesus,
bringing
the whole game.
Signed Trey Smith and Will Fries for O-line.
Wow.
We signed Reed at defensive back. In the draft, we do 1 or 2 trade backs together, a few extra picks, hammer a big defensive tackle, Walker, he says in parentheses, 1 and maybe 2 running backs, cornerback, and O-line help, depending on what's there. Then they hire me as a coach, and my only job is to tell KLC to run the fucking ball and to run a fucking screen. Thoughts? I'll be sipping whiskey while on the sidelines in a One Bar and Lupagus shirt.
Wow. First, I would greatly appreciate you wearing that shirt when you're on the sidelines. Just so I got this clear, we got DJ Reed, we got Will, we got Fries, we got Trey Smith, and we pretty much brought back all of our free agents, and we got a beautiful draft. So, Knack, I'm not going to argue with that. I love everything about it. Great. You're a hell of a GM, man. Those guards are going to be spendy, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, the only thing that worries me a little bit, I'm kind of souring a little bit on Deion Walker. Just the more I watch him, the more he makes me nervous. He just stands up. He stands straight up, and then he doesn't win with power often. He's usually like slippery, and he's quick.
Did you
and he's
see
athletic.
him at the Senior Bowl? What he's doing?
Oh, he did the one there, but you watch it, even his highlights, like he pops way up, and he's gonna get freaking smacked in the NFL. So I'm very concerned. There's actually other tackles now I want more than him. I'd still love him as a fallback option around 3. I think he'd be a lot of fun. He can do so many things with them, but
this play
the way he
for
plays.
Itself.
I'm not sure if it's going to translate in the NFL.
Well, a lot of draft gurus sure think it's going to translate pretty damn well.
There's a lot who also think the same way. So, no, I still like him. I'm sorry. I was like, oh yeah, I get him in round 2. I would take him round 3 now.
Take Deion Walker in round 3.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you seem so sad when you do that? It's weird.
Why are you like round 3? I was just matching your energy, very your tone.
It's like you just died in front of us.
No, I'm not as excited about him as I was.
I am. I love him. I think he's a absolute wrecking ball. I don't give a shit if he gets in the backfield. I want him to take on double teams so everyone else can make moves. Deion Walker isn't a guy that's going to go get you 8 to 10 sacks a year. He's going to take up double teams. He's going to free space up. He's going to stuff the run. So I don't give a shit if he's on his head,
well, if he's
on his
nuts.
straight
up, he's going to be on his back is what's going to happen.
That's great. There's going to be 2 guys on top of him. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of Deion Walker in my mind.
Well, I want to be on my back then. All right, let's go to Chris Vikings 30. He says, if we let Aaron Jones walk and re-sign Akers, what price is it at?
Akers free almost. I mean, his contract was pretty low. And we traded, a 6th-round pick for him?
Yeah, like next year.
Yeah, running backs are pretty damn cheap these days, especially Cam Akers, who ACLs, I think, are made of, I don't even know, rubber bands at this point. Like, if we want him back, I think we could get him back. I love Cam Akers. I'm not trying to speak bad of Cam Akers, but I don't think he's going to cost much. And I think if we want him back, he'll be back.
Boswell says
Boswell,
1 point. Yeah. Yep. And Voss says under $2 million.
Running backs don't make dick anymore, especially backup ones.
Yeah, he'd be a hell of a bargain is what he would be. Montemita, this is again, I think this is more of a comment than a question, but he says, your sponsors have been banger this past season. Hopefully some of them will be making a return trip for the season. And when are you motherfuckers going to get Najee Thompson back on? I guess
We'll
there's a
get
question.
Najee on soon. Maybe we'll see if he wants to come on and talk a little draft, see what some guys he likes. He's definitely a sports nut, as they say. And yes, we've had some fantastic sponsors this year, including Top Potato. Get your butts over to the store, get some Top Potato, plethora of flavors, sizes, and plenty of things to dip it in.
Yeah, just get the family size. Do yourself a favor. T-Bass, he's got a question for us. He says, there's a lot of talk.
Hold on. Does it involve firing Kevin O'Connell?
No.
Wow. All right, let's go. Real question.
Yeah. There's a lot of talk now about drafting a running back in one of the first 2 picks. Last year, the franchise quarterback, I believe you need a quality offensive line before worrying about skill positions. Are the Vikings doing things backwards?
I've done some things backwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. Sometimes it's more fun backwards. Well, they haven't drafted a running back yet. So they're not doing anything backwards.
I think it's referring to some mocks that have, I see one that has taken Caleb Johnson around one, which was not.
Well, if so Guy just subscribed. Welcome, Guy. Mm-hmm. Love to have you. Appreciate it. I that doesn't include free agency. There's no way they're not. The fact that they've already come out and said that they're going to address the interior offensive line, like, it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of if they do it in the draft or when. If they don't touch the line and they draft the running back first, I will be the first one to say the most foul language ever. So I'm on T-Bass's side on what he said. They have to sign. They have to do it in free agency or draft.
Yeah, I mean, he came out and said they're going to work on the lines, get that O-line better. The thing is, drafts in April, free agencies before that, so you should know well before the draft how your line is looking, if it's improved or not. Ideally, I'd rather wait till like round, if we do trade back and get a 4th round or 5th rounder, that's where I'd like to target a running back. But again, if the value's there early and you've already addressed those other needs, I'm fine pulling the trigger early too. Again, there's a lot of backs in this draft, a lot of really good running backs you can get. So I think you can hit that mid rounds if you have to, but I think it's a position they will draft.
And T-Bass is here. He said they should have done it already, but when Darrisaw was out there, our line was playing at a very high level. Like Blake Brandel was playing much better than he was after Darrisaw was out. So the thought of throwing J.J. McCarthy out there this year, if he was healthy, when you have Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill as your tackles, along with C.J. Ham and offensive line wasn't an issue. Like, McCarthy's young, he's nimble, the dude can move. Zero concerns there. After seeing the end of the season and how far Brandel fell off and Bradbury, like, it's more of an eye opener now. It's like, all right, now you got to get your shit together. But I think they've addressed it quite a bit, but they have to fix it now.
Yeah, you got to upgrade the interior for sure. And then look at the playoff teams; they all have very strong lines. They live and die by their O lines and D lines. And I think some of this reason why the Vikings, ended up they didn't blow the games, but they blew a lot of big leads. Not able to run the football and take time out the clock and get those first downs on the ground. So getting that going would be huge for the Vikings. But yeah, I mean, T-Bass is right. Get the line fixed first, then get your running back. But also, there's a reason
there's 4 Hall of Fame linemen from the 70s team. What are we handing out? Participation trophies? We want a Super Bowl, man. I'm speaking it. I'm going to T-Bass's world. I don't give a shit about Hall of Fames. I want Super Bowl rings, baby.
I think we all do.
We could have had 15 Hall of Famers from the 70s. We still don't got no Super Bowl.
100%. We got one question left. I think it's Musty Insane's second question, which is absolutely fine. We love that he asked more than one question. He says, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but Bynum is quite overrated. He misses a lot of tackles and is inconsistent. Murphy made more plays, even though he was inconsistent too. And at a hefty price tag, he can leave.
Yeah, he can leave at a hefty price tag. I want Cam Bynum back at wow, I can't believe we got him for that. I just don't. I'm over putting money into the safety.
Yeah,
put money in the fucking trenches. I don't care if you and I are playing safety. Get some big boys up front. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a very good safety. I don't think it'd be very good safety.
Our PFF scores would be very bad. Zero. It would be 0.
That would be really especially bad in coverage. So that was our mailbag.
You've got mail.
everybody who left a question on our community page. So I'm going to do a little scenario for you, One Bar. This is just kind of not really a game, but it's called More Likely to Happen. I'm going to give you some Viking scenarios. You tell me which is more likely to happen. Play along in the comments as well. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
You want to stretch?
Not a big stretcher.
All right. Vikings spend big on a free agent guard, or the Vikings spend big on a free agent defensive tackle? What is more likely to happen?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. Vikings will absolutely spend money on a guard. D tackles. Joe DeLeon came on. Everybody knows D tackles very thick this year.
Deep.
Very, very thick. You can trade back. You can trade back probably twice and get a guy. And like when you said Deion Walker in round 3, there's probably better than a 50% chance he will go in round 3. We always see D tackles, especially the big boys, fall. And like Walter Nolan, there's so many dudes. So get the guard. Don't fuck around and try to draft a guard in round 3 or whatever. Go throw a ton of money at one of these guards, draft another one, and then draft a D tackle. Boom.
Yeah. Easy. And those guard price tags are high. So
worth it.
Trey Smith, Will Fries, they're going to get paid. And yeah, let's see the Vikings open up the checkbook for a guard for sure. I agree. I think guard will be the big spender. How about this one? This may be one I don't know if you saw previously. Dallas Turner has more sacks than Andrew Van Ginkel in 2025, or Jalen Redmond has more tackles than Harrison Phillips. What is more likely to happen?
Jalen Redmond having more tackles. How dare you? Andrew Van Ginkel's probably going to have 40 sacks next year.
Yeah, so, maybe Turner explodes.
No, I think Turner goes into the Patrick Jones role and gets that 5 to 8 next year. And then after that, it's game freaking on. Like Dallas Turner can come out next year and still just be like, he's not going to start. And everybody's going to be like, he's a bust. What a horrible trade. Like year 3 for him, for me, is like game on just because of the guys he has in front of him. So yeah, Redmond. That's a good question.
Going Redmond. All right.
What is everybody's more going Redmond?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Not Sarah, though. She just says Dallas fucking Turner.
God damn it, Sarah. Well done. I hope you're right. All
right, what's more likely to happen? The Vikings stick and pick at 24, or they trade down into the late 30s?
Oh, yeah. I think everybody will be on board with this one. Only bad thing is guards don't sell jerseys. Really? Randall? I remember lot of Randall McDaniel, a lot of Hutchinson jerseys.
Oh, wow.
Guards sell them if they're good. We just haven't had good guards. Yeah, trade. Easy. Trade. If we stay at 24, even regardless who we get, I'm gonna be mad. Unless it's somebody that's like, holy shit, he shouldn't be there.
I think that maybe that should be a segment for another show. Who are we okay staying there? But you got to find a trade partner, right? And Joe DeLeon was on here. He said everybody knows this draft's very thick, like the 30 to 60 range. There's a ton of talent there. Same that you get at 24. You got to find someone who's willing to dance with you. It's easy to say a trade down, but you got to have someone that another team wants to come up and get. So that's why I'm hoping like one of these quarterbacks really wows this draft season, whether Dart, Milrose, someone that they were going to move up and get ahead of some other teams. So hopefully, they got the Giants picking early round 2. Maybe they want to move up. A team that needs a quarterback, maybe they're the one that wants to move up. But you got to find someone to dance with. You can't just trade down for the sake of trading down.
A lot of junior high dances. I was always looking for someone to dance with. And you know what? Unfortunately, when you have big ears and flaming red hair, it was
4 feet tall. And 4 feet tall.
It was tough sledding. I got through it. It was fine.
Yeah, you always are dancing with somebody. I think.
Yeah. It was nice of my mother to come to the dances with me.
She was chaperoning.
With the corsage on her.
It wasn't a formal dance.
Yes. So the biggest concern is when you get to pick 20 and the talent drops off, and you're seeing all these reports this year that pick 20 to 60, it's like nothing. Who's going to want to trade up? Like they're in the same boat. They want a bunch of picks in round 3 and 4 instead of one in round 1. So that's the thing that scares me. So we need players at certain positions that we do not need to fall. We need these guys to fall to 24. So somebody just has to get up.
100%. All right. So we got 2 more left. More likely to happen. Levi Drake Rodriguez earns a starting job in 2025, or Michael Juergens earns a starting job in 2025.
Michael Juergens, 100%. Levi Drake Rodriguez couldn't even be active. And I think they're going to address the defensive line. We got Harrison Phillips coming back. We got Jalen Redmond coming back. And Taki Taimani is a guy that was seeing a lot of action early. I hope Levi Drake Rodriguez I love, but well, why couldn't he even be active? Come on, man. And Juergens, they didn't, but like Juergens has a lot better shot because the interior offensive line is just dog shit. Juergen the Gherkin.
Harmsy says Juergens is going to start.
You know what? I want to put a shit ton of money at one starting guard. I want to draft a guard with our second pick, and then I want Juergens in the mix for that. So that second draft pick and a Juergens, and maybe even a Walter Rouse in the mix. Let the best man win. Let's go.
Yeah, that would be fine too. I got one left for you. All right, so the Vikings bring back Cam Bynum, or the Vikings bring back Sam Darnold.
Really
what is more likely to happen?
Somebody wanted to dance with me because of my personality. Sam Darnold or who?
Cam Bynum. Who's most likely to come back?
Sam Darnold.
Really?
I'm probably very wrong here. I just think Cam Bynum is just so out of here. I really do. I here and my thinking is just I keep saying it, but I think they're just like over the safety position as far as money. I think they're fine with a Theo Jackson, maybe a Metellus, and maybe a mid-level free agent, and they got to go to the trenches, man. I don't think Sam Darnold's coming back either. But if I had to pick.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep seeing these things with Sam Darnold that, he kind of said a goodbye on, was it Instagram or Twitter? He left a post basically saying, thank you for the wonderful season and goodbye. But then you see these other media outlets saying, Sam Darnold could come back, could do this, Vikings might want to bring him back. I'm ready to move on from Sam Darnold, so I'm going to go Cam Bynum, but that's just personally, I'm done with Sam Darnold.
I don't want either of them to come back.
You just said earlier you wanted Cam Bynum to come back.
If Cam Bynum at the right price, like he's not a top. I'm not paying top 5 safety money for Cam Bynum.
Yeah,
I'm not paying top 8 safety money for Cam Bynum. I mean, he's probably going to get it.
Yeah, you give him a low ball offer. He doesn't get what he wants. Maybe he comes back. Fine. Other than that, don't need to pay me more than that.
I'm just.
Are you Musty Insane 1966? Is that you? What
are you talking about?
The guy who left a comment about Cam Bynum.
No.
Good. All right.
Let's comment under pseudo names.
Maybe he did a pseudo name to get how you really feel about Cam Bynum off your chest.
I love Cam Bynum. He's been fantastic. I'm over the dances. I'm over paying safeties. I want big boys.
Yeah, I was upset when he went back-to-back weeks with those teeny bop movies. Gotta be original. Be original. Do something else.
I'm just fine with him going to the sideline.
All right. Really, let's go draft prospect of the week. Again, we're putting names out there to get familiar with. Just talk about as many prospects as we can. So, Wumbar, who's your draft prospect of this week?
Man, I wish Ellis Gregor was here because these North Dakota State boys, every damn year, they show up. That offensive line, Cody Mock, Cordell Volson. Remember how big of a hard-on LS had for Volson?
Yep.
I don't even know where that dude is anymore. I mean,
he was on the Bengals. I don't know if he's still there.
I looked this up. So then Dylan Radens, is that even how you say it? Radens,
right.
Joe Haig, Billy Turner, and this year it's Gray Zabel.
Yeah.
Gray Zabel is lighting shit up down in Senior Bowl, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing for every North Dakota State guy. He's just tough. He's big. He's fantastic. And his draft style, this is a guy that, like, admittedly so, like, a lot of people won't know about until he goes to the Senior Bowl. And all the draft scouts are probably like, yeah, we already know this dude. No shit. Nobody knows about him because he's on North Dakota State. I mean, when you look him up, the dude's played everywhere on the offensive line. He's played 4 of the 5 spots. He's at tackle. He was a All-American left tackle, but they're going to say they're going to move him to guard. He's even doing snaps at center. So he can play pretty much anywhere. Started a shit ton of games there. Just reading everything about him, like everybody just loves him. He's 6'5", 316. There was one quote I had here. So Jordan Reed said, played every spot up front, strong anchor, powerful hands, exceptional practice. Another dude said he's just, what do you say? I love his ability to fit up, drive defenders in the run game, has a great feel on combo blocks, blah, 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 blah. Basically, this guy is a baller, and he's like the Quinn Miners. He's just a small school inside guy that is probably going to end up going in like round 2. So if we ended up trading back maybe you can find him there. But in round 1, 24, probably a little steep for him. Round 3, he's not going to be there.
Yep.
But Gray Zabel. I want one of these North Dakota boys. I wanted Cody Mock. We didn't take him. This is our guy.
Yeah, we never take him. And I think Rick Spillman, I was watching CBS draft Senior Bowl Day 1 wrap up. He said his transition inside a guard was just absolutely seamless. It's like he's been playing there all of his life. Like he's never seen anybody just step in there in practice from playing tackle and going right in there. And it was just amazing. So, yeah, he's a guy whose stock's rising. I think he's someone you can get in round 2 if you trade back a little bit. But
well, in football junk, you're right. He's not going to be there in round 3 at the end of round 3.
Yeah, 24 is too early. So
and really, you know what? I mean, there was one. I don't remember who it was. Somebody I was watching today said that he could actually sneak into the end of round 1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that happens, but I bet he goes early ass round 2.
I'm having a brain fart. Who's the guard we interviewed from? Ended up getting Patriots round 1.
Cole Strange, baby.
Cole Strange. I mean, if he can do it, anybody can do it. So
Cole Strange has not had a great career, I don't think.
No, but Gray Zabel has been fantastic. I stuck with the guard too. Tate Ratledge, guard from Georgia, 6'6", 320 pounds. Excellent pass protector, very good run blocker, rogue raider type. Very consistent throughout his entire career, allowing 1 sack and committing just 3 penalties in over 1,581 snaps. What I love most about him, 38 career games, all at right guard. All experience at one position. He's your right guard. You take him, he's a right guard. Like sometimes these guys play so many different positions, they just don't translate well to the NFL. All this experience at one position, put him there, take him there. His ceiling's not very high. Like I don't think he's going to end up being like a Hall of Fame or a Pro Bowler multiple years. But
if he's on the Vikings, he will.
Very solid starter you can have for many years. A guy you can plug and play year 1, and he can hold that spot for maybe 5, 6, 8 years, whatever it is. Maybe he gets a contract extension.
Jesus, he better.
But again, I don't think he's got a floor either. Like I mean, high floor, low ceiling. But a guy who can be a very solid starter for you. Round 3, Tate Ratledge, definitely someone I want the Vikings to grab if they haven't addressed the O-line yet.
Joe Kane. Kane is able. Harmsy wants Tyler Booker. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be there, man. Maybe, never know. Lord Duncan, Kenneth Grant, Pierce Bursch. Grab one of these absolute monsters. So those are our draft picks of the week. Keep throwing your guys in the comments. We want to see some guys. We're going to have quite a few prospects coming on the show. One I'm looking forward to, Gus Bradley at Purdue, the center. He's going to be on.
Gus Hartwig.
Sorry, not Gus Bradley. Gus Bradley is a
coach.
Yeah. Who's he coach for?
I don't know. He was at Seattle. I think he got shit canned.
Yeah, Gus Hartwig, who is it Senior Bowl or East West?
He is at East West.
So he'll be coming on, and that's a dude that I could see rising up the charts quite a bit. He's fantastic.
And he's got the perfect interior O lineman named Gus Hartwig. What a name.
What a block by Gus.
Hell yeah. Hey, Jonesy, go run behind Gus. Get that first down for us.
Jesus, we re-signed him, huh? All right,
we did. He's back. He's playing with Gus.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine. All right, what else we got? What's up? What else
you ready?
left on the agenda?
You want to mock or do who would you do first?
Let's do who'd you do. So the who'd you do is more of a fun one this time. I put out something on the community earlier this week as far as which Vikings you'd most like to have a beer with. And I took all of the most common names and put them in the 3 options. So you can go out with 3 of these guys and you go out and have it. Maybe it's one beer, maybe you get shit-faced and do what Gare Bear does and things that are illegal in a lot of states. But here we go. Are you ready?
I like this. Yeah, I'm excited.
All right. So I will say there was some very random names here. I didn't pick these names. Like if I'm picking these names, they're very different. But option one is Lynn. And we have Jared Allen, Kyle Rudolph, who he's probably one of the last guys that have on the list. Handful of options for Kyle Rudolph and Harrison Smith. So you're out just whapping beers with these guys.
That's an interesting trio right there. Thank you, Tim Lindsay.
Tim Lindsay. Greatly appreciated, sir. If they don't get at least 2 new huge mean interior offensive linemen this year, I'm going to be so pissed. Spend that money. All right, so there's
part of that.
Yeah, mean. We've had mean guys that just suck, though.
We've also had these athletic guys, too.
All right, option 2 to go out and have beers with is Reba. We got Jimmy Kleinsasser, Scott Studwell, and Fran Tarkenton.
Okay, all right.
I'm telling you, man, they're random. They're random.
Yeah, that's Okay, I like it. I like it.
Mustaine says no beer, but would like to have a little chat.
Okay.
Boswell, Hitman, Jefferson, Tom. Hey, that's not. Hey, Boswell's not playing by the rules.
He's making up his own.
Bathwater is ready. Thank you, Gare Bear. Look forward to a FaceTime later. All right, option 3, and I will say this: if you go with option 3, you're gonna be out for about a 3-day bender, and you're gonna be in the doghouse and probably divorced. Option 3, we've got John Randall, Chris Walsh, and Keith Millard. So once again, these options came from you guys. So who would you do if you're going on a night on the town just to get wasted? Who you picking?
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Lynn, Reba, or Kimberly. You even say her name, Kimberly. She reminds me like a 80s, like isn't everybody who died in Jason, the first chick was always Kimberly?
We got a Kimberly, we got a Lynn. We got a Kimberly, Lynn, Reba, Jimmy Kleinsasser. Got a lot of run in the comments. I bet he likes to whap them back. Chris Walsh. I mean, shit. I think he's got 15 Deweys, so he loves the port. Yeah, that's not true, but no. There's a Reba.
There we go.
Fran probably. If you pick option 2, I'm guessing you're going to bed a little bit earlier. Jared Allen.
What's wrong with that?
Probably likes to party a little bit. Lynn. Who you picking, Lupagus?
I have to go with Lynn just because those are the players I relate most to. Like I'm, Jimmy Kleinsasser, John Randall, I can, talk about. But the other 4, I wasn't a huge Viking fan back in the earlier days, so I have to go with Lynn. Jared Allen's be the crazy wild guy. Harrison Smith's going to attract all the women, and you got Kyle Rudolph, who I think is going to be kind of the responsible one, the respectful one.
Women?
I don't know. He's going to bring the women to you. So you have, you got something to look at there when you're at the bar. And
I want to look at, if you're looking at something, you're looking at Harrison Smith.
And then Kyle Rudolph's going to be the one who makes sure, like, everybody gets home safe. Everybody does well. So I got to go Lynn. And I think just Jared Allen would be absolutely wild to drink with.
Purple Pumpkin Face. We did get your email today. We will get that mug out for sure. I'm going Kimberly. I'm getting wasted. I'm going to, I want to wake up next to all 3 of these guys butt ass naked.
Wow.
In just a field of mess, urine.
You guys go like a rodeo, or what did you do?
I don't know. I just can't think of anything better than having beers with Keith Millard and John Randall, and I can just picture Chris Walsh, just like the dude who's like doing $1 mystery shots and just getting absolutely bombed. There's no wrong answer there.
Boswell would choose hanging out with One Barn Lup again for a game.
There we go. Got them hammered. We were hammered. All right, that was who would you do? So let's save the mock for last.
You want to finish with the mock? All right,
absolutely.
Okay.
Well, no. Let's do the mock first.
Okay. You gotta get that wheel going too. We got a few with 6 names on the wheel.
All right, hold on. Bear with me here. We're gonna do a mock, and we're doing the pro football.
Yeah, this is a good one.
So I got greedy and told up. I guess I want the first pick,
which makes me think you have something in mind. Also, we're not, again, just a reminder, we're not doing trades
yet. We will do. We want the Vikings to trade. We think they will trade, but for now, it's the first one. We're going to stick and pick. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Vikings sticking and picking at pick 24. Again, we're using Pro Football Network. Reject 43 and 75 a second next year. Jesus, 35 and a second next year. I'd probably take both those fuckers, but anyways, reject.
But we're not.
Reject. All right, Derek Harmon staring at us right in the face. Walter Nolan. I am going to look at interior, uninterested. And then I'm pretty much going. I will look at the best available, but it's pretty much coming down the guard or defensive tackle. So DT, Harmon, Nolan, Kenneth Grant, Walker, Omar Norman, Lott, who Joe DeLeon had us taken. I love all 3 of these dudes. I really love Walter Nolan. I really love Derek Harmon. I love Grant. I love Walker. But I love Kenneth Grant so goddamn much. He will be my pick 100% of the time. every damn time. Patrick Harm says, you better not pass on Nolan. Nolan, he's ripping it up too. I think Nolan's, I just think Kenneth Grant is such a monster, such a beast. Nolan's going to be great, but like Kenneth Grant is a game changer on that defensive line. So Kenneth Grant, I'm not thinking twice.
I agree. I'm glad you went there. I don't know if you're going to, but yeah, he's one of those guys I do not trade if he's on the board at 24. I'm taking Kenneth Grant. I'm feeling damn good about it.
If the Vikings had the 10th pick overall, I'd still want him to take Kenneth Grant.
Yeah, he's going to be so damn good.
All right, so we're going to reject the shit out of these. So Lupkus is up with pick 97. What do you want?
Actually, I just see Shamar Turner. They're attempting to double dip at D-line.
Nothing wrong with that.
Let's see what's available at guard, though. I was hoping. All right, center. And is there any centers there that are sexy? Yeah, just not quite yet.
Every center is sexy. Gus Hartwig.
Yeah, there's Gus. Go back to defense and just let's look at corners quick.
Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant. There he's at a hell.
Mellow Dotson.
East West Shrine game.
Justin Wally. Oh.
But you know what? I'm gonna double dip and take Shamar Turner at D tackle. We're gonna fix that position right now. I love this explosion.
Football Junk says, look who went to pick before. Gray's able.
Before.
Damn it. All right, you're going Shamar Turner.
I'm double dipping at the D line. Why the hell not?
Nothing wrong with that. Jalen Redmond just threw his TV out the window when you made this pick.
He's going to compete.
I want him to play. All right, let's go. So Vikings are up at pick 140. I'm going right to freaking guard. Condra, Frazier, Webb, Cooper from Minnesota. Let's just so everybody could see. So, all right.
Ooh, Charles Grant.
William and Mary. So I am gonna go with the big boy. I gotta look at running back just to do it justice. I'm going the big boy. I'm going Miles Frazier, LSU. He's ginormous. He can play either side. The thing, I mean, he overpowers everybody. He's very good in the run game. It just sounds his pass protection needs a little help. But this is a 5th round pick. So like I don't expect him to come in and start day one by any means. I'd love for him to come in and compete with like a Michael Juergens, maybe a Blake Brandel. Ideally, we sign like a Trey Smith. But I do like Miles Frazier. I do like that big body of him. Clay Webb too. Clay Webb is growing on me quite a damn bit because there's
a different kind of Webb growing on you.
He could be a day one starter. He started out at Georgia, and he's just very good. And he can play both guard and center. His ceiling might not be as high, but I'm going Miles Frazier just for the ceiling and that he's freaking huge.
All right, we're hitting the trenches hard.
Miles. I don't like that he's a guard from LSU, but I'm not going to let Ed Ingram ruin that for me.
Willie Lampkin, he's the isn't he like the 6 foot, 270-pound guy with the short arms? He's
5.
tiny.
Okay, this ain't right. He ain't 5.
No, he is. That's what he is. He's 5'10" and he's got short arms. He's saying
he ain't 270.
No, he is. They're talking about it. He's
well, then you better not draft his ass.
I think he's at the Senior Bowl. Everybody's talking about him because he's got these tiny little arms. He's just this tiny little guy. All right, let's go to let's see what cornerbacks are there. Quincy Riley just let him get interviewed. All right, that's not horrible. Is there any? Go to all. I'm curious who they got highly ranked here. I do like Dylan Sampson. He's a big physical back.
I don't know anything about Ozzy Trapilo, but that's a hell of a name.
It's a hell of a name.
It's probably Trapilo.
It might be. Let me just. We click on Dylan Sampson quick. He's big, right? I think he's a 5'11", 201. Let's
Tonka Hemingway. A lot of people like Tonka Hemingway. Tyler Cooper.
No, let's go.
Jake
Quincy
Majors
Riley.
is getting some love at center.
Yeah, I like him too. But let's go Quincy Riley. Let's get a cornerback. Let's flesh that thing out with a 5th round pick here.
5'10", $192. Quincy Riley's coming on home.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Purple Pumpkin Face.
Ty Robinson. Ty Robinson. That's how he said it.
I think that's going to be it, right? We're done.
Yeah, let's take a little gander at this puppy. So Kenneth Grant, round 1. Again, we want the Vikings to trade. We hope they trade. We think they will trade.
Mm-hmm.
Double dipping at D tackle. Then Miles Frazier, the big ass powerful guard from LSU, and then Quincy Riley. I could live with this. I could live with this just fine.
Not bad. The only thing that sucks about this draft is it's only 4 picks.
For now. Let us know. What do you grade this thing in the comments? Moving forward, we're gonna start having you guys send us your drafts. We're gonna put those puppies on and let everybody either tear them apart or say how much they love them. Viking Funeral says a B. Viking Funeral usually just kind of being nice, so I bet deep down he thinks it's a D.
He hates it. We have a lot of B's here. A lot of B's coming through.
B? Yeah, shit ton of B's. Wow. All right.
Hell yeah.
I haven't been stung by a bee in, I would say, 25 years.
I got stung by a hornet.
Yeah.
And then my whole entire face swelled up.
T-Mass says F because he's very just hates everything. We could win the Super Bowl and he'd be like, well, we're not going to win one next year.
Yeah.
We're not going to repeat. So who gives a shit?
No, I think you'd be crying.
I hope so.
All right.
I hope so.
I mean, we'll take that. We'll take that.
Go.
I think it's trivia time.
It's trivia? All right, I got to set up the wheel then.
Yeah, you got to set up the wheel. It's going to be, I'll let you know the topic. It's Vikings in the East-West Shrine / Senior Bowl is the topic this week.
Oh. God.
Hell yeah.
All right.
The line's going to be 5. I think it's kind of hard. I don't know. Maybe it's hard. Maybe it's not.
Like Vikings we've drafted that have played in the Senior Bowl?
Yeah, who participated. Harms was not a fan of the 2 D tackles with the first 2 picks. Wow.
If they went D tackle twice, they went guard twice, I would be all for it.
I wasn't shocked. I was shocked Shamar Turner was still there with that round 3 pick. I did not expect that. So felt the value was too great to pass on. And Kenny Grant, 24, every time. Frank Schmecker just got his name on the wheel. He's going Reba. Fran is the reason I never changed my name. Plus, I started watching him when he was still with the Giants.
Wow.
Frank Schmecker is on the wheel.
All right. I got everybody on the wheel. Let's do this.
All right. Again, one bar needs 5 to count this as a win. We'll spin it regardless. Oh, T-Bass, don't be saying that. You're taking a dirt nap before they win a Super Bowl. All right. Question. T-Bass does. All right. Question number 1. Which Viking great did Rick Spielman refer to when he said, when our coaches coached him at the Senior Bowl, they fell in love with him? When our coaches coached him at the Senior Bowl, should give you a timeline. They fell in love with him. Which
Why does that give any sort of timeline?
When did the Vikings actually coach at the Senior Bowl?
Fucking no. 2017. I have
Doesn't
no
get
idea.
very often.
That is definitely not on my radar. When they coached him, they fell in love with him. I'm going multiple choice right out of the gates. I do have the comments hidden, so if you guys are not ruining it, I want put your answers in the comments.
I see one right answer. Was it A, Matt Khalil, B, Harrison Smith, C, Teddy Bridgewater, D, Randy Moss?
All right. Well, it's not Moss. And I don't think it's my gut instinct was going to be Harrison Smith, but when you said Matt Khalil, that threw a little bit of a loop. But I'm going to stick with my gut. I'll go Harrison Smith final. Yeah,
there's a couple clues in the question. Viking great, and then the Vikings coached. I think it was one of Leslie Frazier's years. So Harrison Smith is correct. You are correct. 1 point.
I didn't horn in on the great part. So. Matt Khalil, it was Harrison Smith was my. I should have just went with it. All right,
he was great for his rookie year, and that was it. All right, this
great.
Viking who was drafted in 2024 was on the American team and was named the top practice player at his position at the Senior Bowl.
In what year?
2024, just last year.
Jesus. Top practice player at his position.
Mm-hmm. This Viking drafted in 2024 was on the American team and was named the top practice player at his position in the Senior Bowl.
Internet.
I see a right answer.
It's multiple choice.
Was it A, Dallas Turner, B, Walter Rouse, C, Will Reichard, D, Michael Juergens?
Some horrible answers. Christ, they even have kickers at Senior Bowl. I wanted to say Dallas Turner. Dallas Turner.
That is incorrect. It was Will Reichard. Will Reichard was named top practice player at his position.
No damn kicker. I hate that answer.
Well, you know what? It's a valid question because it's true. Question number 3. This draft pick, Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, who now plays in the AFC East, played in the East-West Shrine Bowl in 2022.
And he's what, a Titan?
I said he plays in the AFC East now.
Oh, AFC East, a draft pick of the 2022, and he was what?
He played in the East-West Shrine Bowl, drafted by Kwesi. Now he plays in the AFC East.
Chaz Surratt, final answer.
Surratt was like 3 years before that. No, it was Vidarian Lowe. Vidarian Lowe was the correct answer.
What year was Chaz Surratt? 3 years before 2022?
He was before COVID,
wasn't he with Wyatt Davis? I got the 2022 mixed up.
Yeah, he was not a Kwesi pick. All right, so you got 1 point.
I think he was 2021. I was so confident in that. I think he's a Jet, isn't he?
I just know his new team loves him for some reason. So, all right, you got 3 questions left. You need 4 points. You need 4 points. All right, here we go. Question number 4. This 4th-round pick of the Minnesota Vikings played in the 2016 Senior Bowl and has gone on to play for 7 NFL teams, including the Vikings twice.
4th-round pick?
Yeah.
Of 20. Well, what year?
2016.
I'm probably way off on the year. I don't give a shit. This is rough. 26. I want to say TJ Clemmings really bad. I think that's too early. 26. Say that to me again. So you played with the Vikings twice. Oh, hold on. All right, say it again.
This 4th-round pick of the Vikings played in the 2016 Senior Bowl and has gone on to play for 7 NFL teams, including the Vikings twice.
God, was Clemmings?
Gary said this is the worst he's ever seen you play.
Yeah,
he gets mad when he gets them wrong, Gary. Just you watch.
These are tough, man. Twice. Willie Beavers, final answer.
Willie Beavers is correct. You got 2 points.
Fucking go, Gare Bear. Suck this thing, baby. Nobody gets Willie Beavers right. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody in the comments get it?
No, I don't. Everybody left.
Yes, Willie Beavers.
Derek Allen thought it was Smoke Monday, which I don't.
Oh, I needed that. TJ Clemmings was. I almost said it.
Gary's giving you fist bumps.
Willie Beavers was. He was on the Bear. He has been on everybody. I'm so happy
that was
right
the giveaway.
now.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I needed that.
You got 3 points, 2 questions left. You just have to get 5. You're sitting pretty good. Question 5. This Viking who received a contract extension with the Vikings participated in the 2020 Senior Bowl.
2020 got an extension?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's got to be, I want to say Garrett Bradbury. Was he 2020? Extension. I think Bradbury was 2019.
Gary says, as soon as I give up on you 1 bar, you totally redeemed yourself. Oh, I see the right answer in there.
Say that again. Did you give any other hint except for he was in the Senior Bowl in 2020?
I said he received an extension.
Man. It's not Bradbury. He was 2019. All right, give me multiple choice.
Was it A, Cam Bynum, B, Christian Darrisaw, C, Blake Brandel, D, Josh Metellus?
Josh Metellus. Shame on me. I would have never got that without multiple choice.
All right, you're at 4 points. There's 1 question left. Remember, I try to make the 6th and final question a little bit personal, if I can. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Christian Ponder was named 2011 Senior Bowl MVP after throwing for 131 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of those touchdowns went to Jeremy Curley, but what former draft crush of Lupagus's caught the other one?
Rucker. Martin Rucker.
You need just 1 point.
I assume it's Martin Rucker. I don't know who else. Give me a multiple choice. At 1 point, there's no reason to guess without it.
Was it A, Martin Rucker, B, Leonard Hankerson, C, D, Brandon Tate?
Well, it's either you love Hankerson and you love Rucker.
Mm-hmm.
What was option C?
Hakeem Nicks.
No. Man, Hankerson really threw a.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Hankerson just because of the fact that I bet Rucker didn't even catch a fucking ball in that game. So I'm going Hankerson. Final
Leonard Hankerson is correct. You did it. You got your 5 points.
Let's go.
Did it.
Leonard Hankerson. He was in Washington. He
became a coach.
Good for him. Martin Rucker didn't become anything, I don't think. I don't know what that dude's up to.
A lot of injuries.
Oh, man.
Oof, that was a grind.
That was a grind.
It was a grind to come up with questions.
Willie Beavers really saved me there. I was so close to doing TJ Clemmings.
I almost put him as an option, too.
That would have been rough. I would have went with him if he was there. Or no, I didn't even do options. I just went straight up Willie.
You did. You thought about it for a while. Could have timed out.
All right. Well, let's do it. Remember, if you win, email us onebarrelupicus@gmail.com for some swag. We are doing what was it? I like mocks. What was the?
Yeah. What was your shirt, Harms? Was it I like mocks?
I like mock drafts. Was something very OKC. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, he's stressed.
All right, let's spin this. Here we go. Winner, chicken dinner. Gare Bear. The dude shows up.
Oh, look at that. Mocks are fun. Mocks are fun. Gare Bear. Gare Bear,
hit us up. Mocks are fun. Boom. Love it. Lups wasn't a huge dick with the questions. They were kind of tough. They're
hard to make.
Struggled.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Gare Bear, hit us up. We appreciate everybody hopping on. We're gonna keep doing these every damn week until probably like June, when it's just weird and we stare at each other. So appreciate everybody hopping on. All the super chats.
Get yourself some Top the Tater if you can, if it's available in your area.
Absolutely. Thank you to Top Tater as always.
Yep. And remember this: male birds have no penis.
Oh my God, you're a male bird. I didn't know you were a birdie.